What's up? It's time to go to the rematch. We just had a sick TVT. Seemed like at any moment anybody could win. It eventually ended in a draw. Neither player could kill the other.
Yeah, aLive just barely able to kill the making Viking of Cure, which would have given Cure the option to kill all the buildings that were floating.
Cure ending with somewhat of an advantage, but once he took out the Viking, that is the critical piece in the puzzle that allows you to finish your opponent off once they've actually abandoned control of the land in TVT.
Bit of a mistake by Cure not to protect his starport while it was making.
By the way,
very nicely done by aLive to actually secure that.
I mean, seriously clutch move. Right now, the Afreeca Freaks are already up 2-0. So there's a chance aLive can win this next game and close it out.
Yeah. Afreeca getting GSL coming over here, wiping out all the nerds, you know, taking over the world tasteless.
That's right. They're taking over, man. Afreeca's a big company, man.
Yep. They're not messing around.
Like, you know, we'll just buy esports. GSL, pro gaming teams. And I gotta say, man, I really did not think the series was gonna look like this today. I mean, Junior, obviously a very strong team.
Yeah, I thought it would be a ace match today, at least for this matchup. But Super decided that he was gonna defeat Rogue, and now we're left with aLive versus Cure. And aLive was able to force a stalemate. Can he defeat him this time, or will Cure keep the hopes alive tasteless?
We're gonna find out. The map is loading up. Tell your friends to join us here at SPL2016. Pro League 2016 is sizing up to be pretty epic. Afreeca Freaks one game away from upsetting and taking out the Junior Green Wings. This is the rematch of game number 3. Let's see what happens. Is Afreeca getting a cheer down there? Am I supposed to be going over there and doing that since I work out of their
We got to lean over the...
Go Afreeca! Go Afreeca Freaks! You're like, don't you think Tace's commentary is like a little bit biased?
No, man. You were voting for Cure the whole way. This guy, I recognize his handwriting every time I see his signs. He's a true fan.
Whoa, Detective Valdez.
He's down here every single day, and he makes a sign or 2 or 3 or 5 every single time. I swear.
Hi, Brandon. I also noticed
you can watch these VODs. He's there. I don't even know who it is. I've never seen his face.
Valdez, I also noticed some coffee stains on that sign, and I'm fairly sure that's Colombian coffee, just judging by the color of the brown.
Yeah, that's...
Do we have anything else we can add here? Like,
oh,
no,
man.
Looking at the fingernails that are holding the sign up, I've noticed it's well manicured, telling me he's a very clean guy.
Yeah.
I'm going straight Sherlock on this. You know, you ever watched the TV drama Sherlock?
No, I never saw that one.
There's always moments where he's like, suddenly, like, everything slows down. He, like, analyzes it. It's
goes into slow motion.
Yeah,
and,
he, like, sees everything.
Yeah. No, I've never really been a big fan of detective series. Well, I've never really watched one, so I don't actually know whether I would like it or not, but probably have to check that one out.
Most
sometime.
detective series are pretty bad. It's a pretty hackneyed concept. But there are some good ones out there. We have the SCV coming up. aLive with an immediate scout. And in fact, scouting before Cure. Cure's SCV moments later does get in there. We have had games where, you know, if it is a rematch, sometimes they just default into cheesing.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm tired. He'll never expect this.
That, you know, the psychological tempo of dealing with a draw game and then going right into a cheese game is actually can really throw you off balance there.
This is pretty cool.
Sweet. Look at that.
Well, he's
a Marine.
He's got a Marine. He could actually go.
But he was trying to click down, and it wasn't going there.
Is that what happened, Tasteless? He was trying to click down.
That's what I'm here for, man. I gotta cast all these things that happen here. All right.
He actually does get the scout. That's really nice. Sees the timing of the starport and the tech lab and the gases and everything.
If my memory serves me correctly, it was Pure that got the Raven out last game, whereas it seems like aLive is approaching the game as you need to get medevac Viking quickly.
There is a Widow Mine in production.
He's going to go for a drop then, which is fine. Let's see. It's not bad in Legacy. You can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've seen more tank drops, but it looks like he's... He could be using the Widow Mine for defense, and then... Well, I don't know. I want to see exactly what he does.
Well, we've seen people with Liberators. I don't know how strong it is on this map specifically, but use Liberators in Park, but kind of away from the expansion area. Well, I mean, not far away enough it's hard to get them while they're still in range of the expansion area. Maybe we'll have that here.
Well, we got the drop coming through. It looks like it's nearly the same build for Cure.
Oh, dude, this is smart. That mine is so... Oh, my God.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is so smart. He's like, all right, well...
Here we go!
Oh!
It's not quite dead. Where's the Liberator? It's not in position. It's going for the base.
Get it.
I thought the Liberator would be there to kill the medevac.
Well,
but
I think he wants to harass, and then... well, he's got to be careful. Okay. Wait, there's so many things that did not go as expected in that battle. I almost couldn't play-by-play it. Okay. So, the medevac left. The Liberator didn't go for the medevac.
Oh, and he loses the Liberator, too. Oh, boy. So, really messy start to this one, Tasteless. Cyclone is the hero of Cure's base, keeps him alive. And aLive just barely survives against the push in his own base.
Okay, I was wondering if that Cyclone was going to turn around. Is he going to run that into the mine? And aLive just gets a little bit more value. Note, CC started here. Actually, roughly the same for both players, although Pure's is, in fact, not at his expansion. It's in his main. Going to port that over, perhaps feeling maybe a slight disadvantage at this phase of the game. Doesn't want to take a greater risk. Oh, nice. aLive even just getting control of that watchtower. Here did invest in the Banshee. Now, we really need to pay attention and see how much damage the Banshee does, because if it doesn't do anything, and I don't think it will do anything, but if it's killed off, Cure is going to be in a bigger deficit because he invested so much gas, not just into the Banshee, but into the Cloak as well.
Yeah, already one Banshee out here, has not gone in yet. He's delaying. He's going to wait until aLive possibly moves his units out of the way. He's hoping that he doesn't go for a Raven as well, but aLive has, in fact, gone for a Raven, has one out, and he's waiting for Cure to do just this. Very, very well prepared for this Banshee.
Uh-oh. Wait, he doesn't have stim, right?
No.
No, right?
Not
okay.
yet.
All right, I was just wondering, because if he had stim, he could just run right in there, but I think he actually gets this no matter what. Yeah. You can't run in like that with the Banshee because you just get boxed in.
Yeah,
aLive just doing a really, really good job. I mean, he's not missing a beat. Oh my God, even that's a nicely placed mine there.
Well,
I must randomize my movement.
Now I suppose it could just get scanned, but it's going to force a scan. You know, it's important while there's
minus
only
one mule.
Yeah, but I feel like the Widow Mine could have gotten a little bit more worth than that. Kind of unfortunate that there was a Marine out there to spot.
Oh, man.
Look at this Banshee slipping on through. And aLive going for a bit of a push here, but Cure is very, very well set up.
Oh, my God. And I think if he does this right, he can actually angle this and just assassinate the Banshee.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, my God. In my reality, I can't fly past this because the map doesn't exist out here.
He's going to try to slowly angle this one, but aLive is on the case, and there it goes. Nicely done. So the Banshees have gotten essentially 5 kills on the SCVs, and you do see that mirrored in the amount of units. I'm looking at it right now. Actually,
yeah, we got the preview PC here.
Yeah.
We can actually go inside the game and check stuff for ourselves.
But Cure's got a very nice spot set up here. I don't think aLive can ever really attack in here, but he's got a massive air force, so he's going to be looking to pick off medevacs, you know, Vikings, Ravens, what have you, and possibly use this one Liberator with his control of the air to also control the ground.
Okay, he's edging forward. And he can actually start to push back the tanks.
Oh, man.
We haven't really seen Liberators used as much like this, but you can pair them pretty nicely with the tanks, and it's kind of a funny looking thing, right? It's like you're leapfrogging the tank, then the Liberator goes a little bit further forward, then you have the Vikings in a funny spot, so you can kind of drive back the other stuff. Now, I don't know how well this goes through this like weird little hallway where he's trying to inch ahead. However, wait, who's got more Vikings? Hold on a second. I'm going to take over the PC.
Kier has more, but he doesn't have a Raven, so the two PDDs right here are really, really nice. This one Marine is actually going to get rid of one. That's a small little victory.
Okay, well, he might actually get control of the ramp here.
Oh, you can't lose that Cyclone. Oh, the Liberator a little bit too far ahead. One more shot and it goes down.
Well, he's losing sight of the air now. He actually has to pull out.
He lost the Raven.
He can't even get these Vikings back home. This is the revenge for that Banshee. He's like, I'll show you what this is like.
And this is a big problem. He can't get those home, as you mentioned.
Oh, wait, he miscalculated. Off course. He needed his Viking Sexton to be properly set up there. It did not navigate to where he needed to go.
In the meantime, Liberator coming back in here, and Kier is not paying attention. Getting 5 kills in here, but will be eventually taken out by the Cyclone, I believe. Oh, he actually, that one supply depot got in the way.
Oh, whoa, okay, so the Vikings are actually landing down here, so they're still dealing damage. He's got to be careful, though, because if he loses these Vikings, it doesn't really do anything. It's going to be disastrous.
Oh, really nice drop in here to the main. He's got 2 tanks in there, and he's sieging them up. Getting some really big hits here now, and this tank gonna go down. 14 SCVs have been killed. Kier is way, way far ahead now, but he's gonna lose these Vikings. So trades going back and forth between these two players.
Yeah, I think actually Kier made a bit of a blunder there with the Vikings. I don't think that actually did enough damage.
He was like trying too hard to get harassed, I guess. And even though he did get a lot of SCVs, his army is puny compared to aLive's.
Yeah, and I think if aLive does this right, he's just going to have enough muscle to drop here. And I think that Kier can't answer this. Let's see, though. Let's see what the position is.
No turret. The turret is laid.
And, yeah, I mean, okay, so he gets that down there. Marines are coming up there, but they're not going to have good surface area there on the ramp. He's dropping tanks, but, of course, you can just walk back from that.
This was the exact attack that aLive needed. He found that one angle to get in.
I think Kier knows. I think this game is about to end.
He's right on the production. This is where you cannot let your opponent get to.
Yeah, I mean, right when stuff pops out, they're going to die. He's going to get the command center. That's less mules, less scans, no extra free expansion there.
And he's lost a similar amount of SCVs now, so.
No combat shields.
Yeah. Kier with no production at this point. aLive going to kind of foolishly lose those 2 Vikings, but still, Kier has just lost so much. He's going to try to drop in here and use that to micro against aLive's units.
I think the damage has already been done. No upgrades now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there's actually, it's in the middle of the map right now. There it is. We got that on screen for you guys. He's actually pushing forward with the Marines. So, I mean, even if this does get cleaned up, guess what? The 3rd base is going to be destroyed here for Kier as well. Oh, look at that. You need to chill out, aLive. This guy's like, he's like, I'm everywhere. I would have just held that position and, tried to close it out with a push in the 3rd. But, I mean, aLive is like, he's so good at multitasking in this.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is just sort of attacking everywhere at once. It's like,
that's been the story of this matchup. You know, he's just out multitask here at every corner, and now he's sieging this 3rd base.
Gumiho on horse steroids or something. Like, he's just like
Yeah.
I'm really everywhere. I'm out multitasking my opponent, but I'm doing everything basically perfectly.
Yeah. Cure, no repair there on the orbital. He had a tank in position, but just not quick enough on the draw. Now he's going to slowly try to repair here, or rebuild, rather.
Okay, so Cure is like terminal injury here. You know, as far as we can view this game, I mean, he should be, you know, KO'd here in just a second. All aLive has to do is finish him off without overextending.
This is a nice little drop in here. A lot of Cure's units were not in position. Takes a good trade there with the Medivacs. And he's just going to drop again. He loses one Medivac, and not quite going to go his way. But all the while, he's got the better production, and he's slowly suffocating Cure here.
Scan comes down. Again, it's hard for Terran, or well, actually anybody, to get into this area that we're seeing that gets scanned over and over here by aLive. It's just very tough to walk in there, or really even drop in there. So Cure's sort of trying to take full advantage of that and just last as long as possible in the hopes that aLive overextends. But it looks like, once again, aLive is just hitting these two locations too effectively.
Yeah, nice drop into the main. At the same time, dropping at the third, delaying all the mining there. GG!
GG! The Afreeca Freaks have 3-0'd the Jin Air Green Wings.
Yeah, not what I was expecting.
Hell? I did not expect that. What a great, great day today was.
Yeah, that was a couple of 3-0s, a couple of stomps, I suppose you could say, but one very unexpected stomp out of Afreeca, taking out the Jin Air Green Wings.
Nicely done. Definitely a proud moment for this very new, very fresh team.
There you have it, aLive eventually killing Cure there. Securing that 3-0.
If you're just now joining us, that was the rematch because there was a tie between aLive and Cure. It's something we very rarely ever get to cast in StarCraft in any form.
Yeah,
is an actual draw.
That was a nice game, though. Really, really back and forth. The one we had before this one wasn't bad either, but I feel like that one was a bit more exciting. You could go back and watch both.
Absolutely. In fact, all of the games today were great. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here. Really badass games. Crazy result here as well. And you can see Cure really kind of beaten up about that loss. But you know, I have to say, guys, keep your eyes on aLive this year in Legacy. Because, for instance, that last game, not the one we just casted, but the draw, they were neck and neck, right? And what happens in the rematch? Well, aLive has acquired all the necessary information to
He's downloaded
smash.
him, Tasteless.
He downloaded that nerd.
Yeah.
He torrented that nerd. And that was it. I mean, the next game, I mean, aLive was really just everywhere.
Yeah, he was everywhere, and Cure was kind of nowhere, to be honest. He was not defending well.
aLive might be one of these guys that's actually like the next wave of Terran. Even though he's old school, he looks so solid, he looks so strong.
Yeah, he really does. And that's really exciting for the Afreeca Freaks because, as you said, I mean, these guys have been around for so long, but they haven't really had huge success. All of these guys, pretty much. So they're looking to bring it together as a team now under a new name. And with that win, they're actually 2-1. They're the only team that's played 3 games so far. But you know, we got this kind of interesting system now with 7 teams where some teams are going to play a bit more than others, but we'll get all the teams their games eventually.
Oh, I'm loving Pro League this season, man. It is just so nice to be here at SPO.TV with you guys and cast these fantastic games.
Yeah.
And Valdez and myself will be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
same time, same place. And this will be pretty consistent, you know, the schedule for Pro League here. Throughout the year. So if you want to follow StarCraft 2 and you're free around these times, Monday and Tuesday, definitely don't miss out on these games. And of course, we always have GSL Wednesday, Friday, and the SSL on Thursday.